Boxing Casuals.
Hello guys, welcome back to the Boxing Casuals mini-series. I'm joined as ever by Chris. My name is Sam. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, not too bad, Sam. How are you doing?
I'm all good. So let's just crack right on with this. We just want to give a quick update. I know that our last video posted was about this AJ versus Fury, or this Fury versus AJ scenario. Obviously, as of today, which is Monday the 26th, we've had a few updates, whether or not it's cancelled, whether it's on, off. We just wanted to give our update and our thoughts on it. Chris, what are you thinking?
I know last week we saw Fury announce that the deadline of Monday was given. I already made it kind of look a bit sceptical. I mean, who puts the deadline on a... You know, if they've pretty much both agreed in principle, then why is there a time limit? But we'll move on. So Fury has released a post some 5 hours ago and 6 hours ago, stating that the fight was off. The deadline has been passed, and the other fight is no longer in reach. What's your reaction to that, Sam?
I am, for one, as you well know, I'm a fanboy of Fury, and as a fanboy of Fury, I'm a little annoyed. I'm a little disheartened with how it's going, because it feels like, as Eddie Hearn said in one of his interviews, that fight will sell itself. There's no need to put these harsh deadlines on that fight. That fight, you could announce it tomorrow and say it's on Friday, and it would sell. Yeah. You know, like everyone would go mad for that fight.
It's not stopping them from training, is it? I mean, they can train, and that's not stopping them from... everyone knows this fight will probably sell out in,
seconds,
40 minutes or whatever it is. As many, they get the cues on these sites, don't you? So it does hold you back a bit. It's not seconds, but 40 minutes, all it takes will be gone. No worries about that. So I'm not sure why these deadlines have been put on, but we'll see. I mean, Fury has said one thing and done another. So hopefully, this is one of those.
What's confused me about this, and look, ultimately, I think the fighter. What I'm used to seeing with boxers is that it's not just the fighter who's declaring if the fight's on or off. It's part of the team. It comes from the promotions, that kind of thing. Fury seems to be saying one thing, and his promotional team seems to be saying another. That they're in talks, that kind of thing. There's no definite thing, and I feel like at this stage it must just be down to the fighters. Like, Fury called out AJ. AJ seems to have said yes. He seems to have said that the contracts are all with the lawyers. He's done some weird rap thing, which I don't want to go into, but I don't know if you've seen that video, but went viral, him talking about doing a rap. But
I quite liked it, actually. They did it over a Mob Deep track, so
I like the Mob Deep. Yeah, I like that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. As a Fury fanboy, I'm slightly annoyed that we've been promised this fight again. Because hypothetically, let's say this doesn't go ahead, right? And then down the line they announce it again. No one's going to give this a Scooby. No one's going to give this a chance, because we've been promised it twice at this stage, and it's not come to fruition. So, unless it comes through, I don't, I'm going to watch Fury because I'm a fan, but I don't want to watch him versus that Char bloke. Shah, whatever his name is.
Emmanuel Char, yeah. He's another past fighter, really. He's never really had a big test. Has he earned a shot? Probably not.
He's 33 and 4. He's 37-year-old, 6'3". It just sounds like he's lined himself up a nice, easy fight, as opposed to fighting AJ.
He's been knocked out by Maurice Brutus, who's a cruiserweight. He got beat by... Oh, he actually beat Alex. Someone else. Got beat by Johan Duhaupas, who we've seen Mulder beat. We saw Jarrell Miller beat. He got knocked out by Alexander Povetkin. We know how good Povetkin was.
I don't think there's any shame in that.
In his final fight.
There's no shame in that either. Like Povetkin.
There is no shame in those, but you look at his wins. Alexander Ustinov recently, Chris Lovejoy, who was piping up about fighting David Allen before he fought Manuel Char, but no notable wins on his resume. So it's not a fight I'd be looking forward to. And if it was pay per view, I can't imagine I'm gonna fork out for that.
That's true. But, and before we sort of finish this up, I know that you mentioned to me earlier that there was a tweet that's gone out on IFL or something, or an Instagram post,
A few hours after the post by Fury, IFL released a post saying, well, quoting Eddie Hearn, saying that there was positive talks about the contract, and they were still pursuing a deal. So, like I say, Fury says one thing and then another thing happens. So we'll just keep our ears close to the ground in this one, I think, Sam.
Yeah, and I think our last video we were right to be sceptical. It's just a shame that at this stage we're at this, because everyone wants to see that fight. That fight would be brilliant. I still don't think it would be too much trouble for Fury to take that fight on. Like, I know that I don't think he'll walk him in 3 rounds or whatever, but I don't think he's going to lose that fight. I just don't really understand the mindset that Fury's in.
No,
to sort of call him out and then call it off, sort of thing.
I mean, so Fury isn't the kind of fighter he doesn't make that bag with a nobody. He doesn't make the kind of money Joshua was making fighting like Takam, when the money Joshua made fighting, I don't know, when he fought Joe Parker, which was a big fight at the time. When Fury fights a nobody, you can't put it on pay-per-view. You can't justify putting that on pay-per-view. I mean, AJ
it will be, though.
Is still more. Probably will be for sure, definitely. But AJ's still a more commercially viable product than Fury, and also the backlash of this. What I can see, the social media reaction is that a lot of fans are probably starting to lose their patience with Fury a bit. What do you yourself?
True. I mean, look, look, he's done a lot, so I can't take I'm not going to sit there and slag off his character or anything. But in terms of what's going on now, we just want to see him out there. We want to see him
fighting the best guys.
That's it. Fight the best fighters.
Mamadou Char, Francisco Pianetta, Tom Schwartz, Otto Wallin, these guys.
But ultimately, it's not using, because it feels sort of like, and maybe I was going to ask you about this, the psychology of it. If he had no intention of fighting AJ, why call him out at all?
He's calling him out so people start talking about the fight, and then Fury's name is in everyone's mouth now. People, whether it's positive or negative. So whoever he fights, people are going to know that he's fighting. So it's the same old trick. He's done it before. Whenever AJ had a big fight, you'd always hear Fury and pop up with an announcement of some sort on social media. So it's he's just putting his name out there, isn't he?
Well, we'll leave that one here. We could talk about this for ages, but like we assure the boxing casual fans that as soon as we hear anything, we'll keep you posted. It's just a shame that we haven't got this super fight at the moment. Fingers crossed it does come, but my prediction is it doesn't happen. That's how I feel right now. It doesn't happen at all.
Yeah, I'm in that camp as well.
Okay, brilliant.
So,
thank you for your time, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in today. Be sure to check out our next releases. We'll keep you updated on our social media, Twitter and Instagram, at TheBoxingCasuals. Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe, you filthy casuals.
The Boxing Casuals.